Right, hi there. Today we get to play with this card. Please be selfish. This S word. It's a bit of a swear word in many, many places. And when I bring up in many workshops, I talk about this as a concept. I start off the workshops with, I give you permission to be selfish in this workshop. And it's a very interesting response that I get. I mean, if I even have to say it to you today, I give you permission to be selfish. Just take a second and notice what happens for you. Just notice what resistance comes up to the word selfish. We've made this word so taboo. We've made this concept such a foreign concept, especially in the Western culture, that we must be of service to others in every way we can be. And this is true. The paradox of this card is, how do we learn to be of service to other people, to humanity, to those that we love and care about? And the only way we can do this is by taking enough care of ourselves first. Because that age-old adage that says you cannot pour from an empty cup becomes a very true part of this card. Is that most of us are spending our lives in the opposite energy of selfish. And the opposite energy of selfish is selfless. Now, I ask you, really, how any of us would want to walk around in our lives being selfless, less of ourselves. To be less of yourself means that you are doing the world a disservice. It means that you are not honoring your fullness, the greatest contribution you can make to those that you love and to those that you serve in the world. And to be less of yourself, selfless, is not an act of love, and it's certainly not an act of self-love. And when we have a look at this card, we'll see the infinity symbol here. And the infinity symbol is a symbol about contribution, and it's a symbol about abundance. It's a symbol about giving and receiving. It's a symbol about connection and harmony. And so when we're in a selfless place, half of this is missing. Because we're not in the place of regenerative. We're not in the place of healing for ourselves. We're not in the place of filling ourselves up. We're just in the place of giving ourselves out. And so this card of Please Be Selfish is about paying attention to filling yourself up. When I say filling yourself up, I mean restoring yourself to, so that every time that you're at fullness, it overflows and you just have more and more and more to give. But you're not giving from a place of depletion. You're giving from a place of overflow. And in order to do this, you've got to make sure you give yourself attention in your day, in your weeks, in the months, and in the years that flow in your life. Those of us that are the givers of the world, we tend to give too much at our own expense. And this enters the archetypal energy of martyrdom, where we end up being so much a martyr and a rescuer of others. And the more we enter into martyrdom and rescuing of others, the more resentment builds up in us. And what we start doing is we start giving to others, and we get angry with them for not giving back to us. Yeah? I'm giving you so much, why can't you give me? And so we enter into relationships of codependency through this, where I expect you to take care of me because I'm taking care of you. Now, relationships are supposed to be ones of reciprocity, where I give and receive from you in equal amounts. And that'll have ebbs and flows depending on what's going on in relationships. Sometimes it'll be more one way and then another, but there's a reciprocity. But when there's a I am so that you will, it's called manipulation. And manipulation just breeds more and more contempt. And so the only way to enter out of manipulation, out of a place of resentment, out of rescuing and martyrdom, is to take care of yourself. What do you need? What do you need to ask for? What do you need to take care of? How do you need to attend to yourself today? And the art of self-care, the art of taking care of yourself so that you're full enough to give to the world, is a really, really important act for everyone, but more particularly if you tend to find yourself in the healing field in some way, shape or form. Because there you are giving a lot of your energy to other people. If we have a look at it in one last way and we start to look at the underlying strategy of why would I give more than receive? Yeah? Why would I give away so much of my energy and not take care of myself to fill myself up and receive? Well, often it's an avoidance pattern. It's an avoidance of our own vulnerability. It's an avoidance of our own pain. It's an avoidance of taking care of ourselves. And we do that because we project all our needs outside of ourselves. And we need to be needed for us to feel whole. And these are big, big patterns. The exercise to start stepping into a selfish energy is to sit down and say, I am needy, which is a good thing. Everybody is. There's nothing wrong with it. And to go, what do I need? And when you can sit down and say, what do I need? You can then go into the question, what do I want? And these two questions for you to sit and start working with. And to start asking once a day for something you need. I need my back scratched. Or I need a cup of coffee. Or I need you to take responsibility for this. Or I need you to do something. And you equally can honor other people's needs in your life, but please make sure yours are being honored and met. Sending you lots of love. Namaste.
Get your very own deck of I Am Lightworker cards straight from Taryn by visiting IamLightworker.com/cards.